This is Stryker, king of the sea, free, strong, and perfect. But just a few days ago, he was a reef monster, chained by a deadly crust of life. Our team had to battle the sea, exhaustion, and the risk of death from this agonizing giant. A suicide operation that had to be performed in a matter of minutes. We promised we would restore him to his throne, but the real fight had just begun. Watch rescue of an orca from the deadly grip of barnacles. Somewhere in the cold ocean, hidden horror lurks. Not a predator, but a more sinister threat, a silent, deadly layer of life. The largest, fastest king of the sea is now a captive. Its entire body is covered in life, sucking barnacles, slowing it down to easy prey. Every movement is agony. The barnacles weigh down, its fins clogging its breathing holes. Beneath the still waters, the silent screams of a dying orca are heard.
Telling us something. It needs help further out. Follow it.
But there is hope. A small boat approaches, carrying a brave team, the Guardians of the Sea.
3 o'clock.
They see the nearly motionless black speck of the reef monster and know they must race against their fate. Time is its greatest enemy. The orca could drown at any moment. Without hesitation, the lead diver, Captain Elias, plunges into the frigid abyss. Approaching an orca in pain is suicidal. One jerk and the giant fin could crush them. Elias must work with lightning speed and the gentleness of a surgeon. They use specialized tools not to cut nets, but to scrape away the clinging life. One touch after another, they release the deadly grip of the ingrained barnacles. Finally, the thick layer begins to crumple. The first release. You can see the jerking movement of the fin.
Target sighted. Code red.
Requesting immediate deployment of a level 3 transport vessel. We have a critically ill adult orca, too large for current transport.
Select the equipment.
A moment of promise, but the struggle still lies ahead. The weakened orca must be secured. The team carefully secures the harness to quickly transport it to an emergency facility. Every second counts. This king of the sea is drained of all its energy. On the boat, Dr. Anya immediately begins an assessment. Exhaustion, dehydration, and internal injuries. The parasite has taken a terrible toll. Now, what the giant needs is intensive medical care.
We need to start treatment now.
At the shelter, the real struggle began. Days turned into weeks.
Slowly. To the left. Easy.
Every bite of food, every injection was a small step toward recovery. Another burden was lifted. Specialists patiently cleaned the wounds and repaired the damaged skin. Today, he swam a little stronger. His first full movements, the orca they had nicknamed Stryker, began to show his enthusiasm. His once sad eyes now radiated with life. The rescuers and Stryker formed an unspoken bond. They had seen him at his weakest, and he trusted them. They knelt at the edge of the tank, speaking softly to him. "Soon, my friend, you will be free." The promise of freedom now felt so real. Day came, a final check. Perfect. The strength had returned. The barnacles had disappeared, leaving skin shining, smooth, and strong. They took him back to where they'd found him. In the distance, his pod of orcas waited, sensing his presence. Slowly, carefully, Stryker was lowered into the ocean. The cool water touched his healing skin.
Heavy lift is in position, preparing for drop.
He hesitated for a moment. Then, with a powerful push, he swam. Fast, strong, free. Captain Elias smiled. Dr. Anya wept. They had restored the hunter to his throne. The reef monster had been replaced by the sea king. The herd approached. They greeted him with a song of song, a deep melody of reunion. Stryker was safe. He had returned to his family. The final moment, Stryker leapt, clean, powerful, perfect, a dance of freedom. This spectacle was a reward for every effort, a reminder that the resilience of the wild is worth every struggle. Yet the threat remains. Every net, every piece of plastic debris is the potential next reef monster. This is a story of empathy, a story of the strength of the human heart meeting the power of a giant creature. Farewell, Stryker, and may we all be guardians of the sea.